In the next 15 minutes, you're going to uncover the hidden power behind one of the most famous stories in the Bible, Jesus walking on water. But this isn't just a story about miracles, it's a roadmap for your life. By the end of this video, you'll discover the deeper meaning behind this story and how it applies to your daily struggles. You'll learn why most people sink in life's storms and how you can rise above fear, doubt, and stress. This isn't about religion. It's about tapping into a higher state of consciousness that's already within you. If you're ready to stop drowning in chaos and start walking above it, this video is your guide. Let's begin. What if I told you the story of Jesus walking on water isn't just a miracle from 2,000 years ago? What if it's a blueprint for your life today? Let's dive into Matthew 14:22. Here, Jesus sends his disciples across the sea while he dismisses the multitudes. This isn't just a random detail, it's a key to understanding the story. The disciples represent those who meditate, who seek higher consciousness. The multitudes? They're the religious crowd, the ones who don't believe in going within. Jesus says, "The kingdom of God is within you." But the multitudes? They don't believe that. They're too busy staring at the Bible like a dog staring at its owner's finger, missing the point entirely. The Bible isn't just a book of ancient stories. It's a guide to higher consciousness, a call to meditate and rise above the noise of the world. And here's the kicker. The Bible is written in parables, allegories, and symbols. Even the Apostle Paul says so in Galatians 4:24. These stories aren't meant to be taken literally. They're spiritual lessons for you today. So, what's the first step? Jesus sends the disciples to the other side. That's the higher realm of consciousness, the place you reach through meditation. The multitudes? They're left behind because they refuse to go within. But here's the question. Are you willing to go to the other side? To leave behind the noise of religion and enter the stillness of meditation? Because if you're not, Jesus might just say to you, "Why do you call me Lord, but don't do what I tell you?" And that's just the beginning. In the next chapter, we'll uncover what happens when the disciples are tossed by the waves, and how it mirrors the chaos in your own mind. Stay tuned, because this is where it gets real. Now, let's talk about the storm. In Matthew 14:24, the disciples are in a boat, being tossed by waves because the wind is contrary. This isn't just a weather report. It's a metaphor for your mind. The boat? That's you, the sea, your emotions, your lower passions, your thoughts. And the waves? Those are the thoughts crashing into you from every direction. What am I going to do about this? What if that happens? Should I go here? Should I say that? Sound familiar? The wind? That's the opinions of others, your church, your family, your friends, even your government. Everyone's blowing in a different direction, and it's leaving you confused, overwhelmed, and tossed about. But here's the truth. The Bible isn't just a spiritual book. It's a psychological one. It's showing you how to rise above the chaos of your mind. And the key? Meditation. In Matthew 14:25, Jesus comes walking on the water in the fourth watch of the night. This is crucial. The fourth watch represents your fourfold nature: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. It's in the darkest hour, when you're feeling most lost, that Christ appears, walking above the storm. But here's the catch. The disciples are afraid. Why? Because religion has taught them to fear meditation. Don't go within, they say. You might open yourself to demons. But Jesus reassures them, "It is I. Don't be afraid." And he's saying the same to you. It is I. Don't be afraid to meditate. Don't be afraid to rise above your thoughts. But what happens when you try to walk on water, like Peter? That's where the story takes a dramatic turn, and where you might see yourself in it. In the next chapter, we'll explore Peter's attempt to walk on water, and why he starts to sink. Don't miss it, because this is where the real transformation begins. Now let's talk about Peter. In Matthew 14:28, Peter steps out of the boat and starts walking on water. This is huge. It's a symbol of rising above your thoughts, your emotions, your struggles. But then, he looks down. He sees the waves, the wind, the chaos. And what happens? He sinks. This is you, This is me. We start meditating, we start finding peace, we start walking on water. But then, we get distracted. We start worrying about our problems again. How am I going to pay this bill? What if this happens? What if that doesn't work out? And just like that, we sink. Jesus says to Peter, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" And he's saying the same to us. Why do we doubt the power of meditation? Why do we let fear pull us back into the storm? Here's the truth. Water in the Bible can mean two things. It can mean God's truth, or it can mean your emotions. In this story, it's your emotions. And Jesus is calling you to walk above them. But to do that, you have to keep your single eye focused on Christ. That's the eye of meditation, the eye that sees beyond the physical world. If you look down, if you focus on your problems, you'll sink. But if you keep your eye single, your body will fill with light. And here's the challenge. Most Christians don't meditate. They don't even know what the single eye is. They're too busy going to church, reading the Bible, and following traditions, while completely missing what Jesus actually taught. But what if you dared to follow Jesus' instructions? What if you dared to meditate, to rise above your thoughts, to walk on water? In the next chapter, we'll explore how to do just that, and how to keep from sinking. Stay with me, because this is where the real miracle happens. So how do you walk on water without sinking? How do you rise above your thoughts, your emotions, and your struggles? It all comes down to one thing: focus. When Peter stepped out of the boat, he was fine as long as he kept his eyes on Jesus. But the moment he looked down at the waves, the moment he focused on his problems, he sank. The same thing happens to us. We start meditating, we start finding peace, but then we get distracted by life's chaos. What if this happens? What if that doesn't work out? And just like that, we sink. Jesus said, "If your eye is single, your whole body will be full of light." That single eye is the eye of meditation, the eye that sees beyond the physical world. It's the eye that stays focused on Christ, no matter what's happening around you. But here's the problem. Most of us don't know how to use that single eye. We've been taught to rely on our physical eyes, on our logical minds, on the opinions of others. We've been taught to fear meditation, to fear going within. But Jesus said, "When you pray, go into your inner room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is in secret." That inner room is the place of meditation, the place where you rise above your thoughts and connect with God. So how do you get there? It's simple, but it's not easy. You have to practice. You have to set aside time every day to meditate, to quiet your mind, to focus on that single eye. And when the waves of life come crashing in, and they will, you have to keep your focus on Christ. In the next chapter, we'll explore what happens when you do this consistently, when you learn to walk on water without sinking. Don't go anywhere, because this is where the real transformation begins. What happens when you meditate consistently? What happens when you learn to walk on water without sinking? The answer is simple. Your life changes. When you meditate, you rise above your thoughts, your emotions, and your struggles. You connect with the higher consciousness, with the kingdom of God within you. And when you do that consistently, something amazing happens. You start to see the world differently. The problems that once seemed overwhelming, they start to shrink. The chaos that once consumed you, it starts to fade. And the peace that once seemed out of reach, it becomes your constant companion. Jesus said, "Seek first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added to you." When you seek the kingdom within, when you meditate consistently, everything else falls into place. You don't have to worry about the waves because you're walking above them. But here's the thing. This isn't a one-time event. It's a daily practice. It's a lifestyle. And it's not always easy. There will be days when the waves seem too big, when the wind seems too strong. But if you keep your focus on Christ, if you keep that single eye fixed on the higher consciousness, you'll find that you can walk on water no matter what life throws at you. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to take this practice even deeper. How to not just walk on water, but to live on water. Stay tuned, because this is where the real magic happens. What does it mean to not just walk on water, but to live on water? It means living in a state of higher consciousness, where the storms of life can't touch you. It means living in the kingdom of God, right here, right now. Jesus said, "The kingdom of God is within you." It's not some far-off place you go to after you die. It's a state of consciousness you can access today. And when you live in that kingdom, you live above the storm. Think about it. If everyone on this planet went to heaven today within 6 months, we'd turn it into hell. Why? Because heaven isn't a place. It's a state of consciousness. It's a way of being. And the only way to experience it is to go within, to meditate, to rise above your thoughts and emotions. But here's the challenge. Most of us are so caught up in the storm that we don't even realize there's a way out. We're so focused on the waves, on our problems, our fears, our doubts, that we don't see the path to higher consciousness. Jesus said, "Take no thought for your life." He didn't mean to ignore your responsibilities. He meant to stop letting your thoughts control you. When you take no thought, when you rise above your mind, you enter the kingdom of God. And in that kingdom you find peace, joy, and abundance. But how do you stay there? How do you live on water, above the storm? It's simple. You keep meditating. You keep focusing on that single eye. You keep seeking the kingdom within. In the next chapter, we'll explore the ultimate goal of this journey, the transformation of your entire being. Don't go anywhere, because this is where the real power lies. What's the ultimate goal of meditation? What's the ultimate goal of walking on water? It's not just to find peace or to rise above your problems. It's to transform your entire being. When you meditate consistently, when you live in the kingdom of God, something amazing happens. You start to change. Your thoughts change. Your emotions change. Your entire perspective on life changes. Jesus said, "You must be born again." He wasn't talking about a religious conversion. He was talking about a spiritual rebirth, a transformation of your consciousness. And that transformation happens when you go within, when you meditate, when you rise above your mind. But here's the thing. This transformation isn't always easy. It requires letting go of old habits, old beliefs, old ways of thinking. It requires stepping out of the boat, even when the waves are crashing around you. And yet, when you do it, when you allow that transformation to happen, you become a new person. You become the person God created you to be. In the final chapter, we'll bring it all together and explore how this transformation can change not just your life, but the world around you. Stay with me, because this is where the journey reaches its peak. What if I told you that by transforming yourself, you could change the world? It sounds like a bold claim, but it's true. When you live in the kingdom of God, when you walk on water, you become a beacon of light in a world of darkness. Jesus said, "You are the light of the world." But that light can't shine if it's buried under the storms of life. It can't shine if you're stuck in the boat, focused on the waves. It can only shine when you rise above the storm, when you live in the kingdom of God. And when that light shines, it changes everything. It changes your relationships. It changes your work. It changes the way you see the world. And it changes the world itself. Think about it. If everyone on this planet learned to walk on water, if everyone learned to live in the kingdom of God, the world would be transformed. There would be no more violence, no more hatred, no more fear. There would only be peace, love, and unity. But it starts with you. It starts with your decision to go within, to meditate, to rise above your thoughts and emotions. It starts with your decision to walk on water. So, what are you waiting for? The boat is rocking, the waves are crashing, and Jesus is calling you to step out. Will you take that step? Will you walk on water? The choice is yours.